Swadika, and welcome to be my guest. The program which brings you successful stories of entrepreneurs and organizations in both the domestic and international arenas. I'm Sarosha Ratanapian. And as competition in the business is highly intense in different industries, it seems businesses can't be surviving when they only target to achieve the maximum profit. To sustain the business, CSR and sustainable development are two keywords for the survival of the businesses in the 21st century. In this episode of the program, we are taking a look at the event hosted by the Stock Exchange of Thailand, that is SET Social Impact Day 2017. Currently, I am granted the opportunity with Kunopakao Sujarit, the head of Social Development Group of the Stock Exchange of Thailand. Swadika. So first of all, the topic or the main focus of this interview will be about the SET Social Impact Day. So could you tell us a bit for the first question of the background of this event?
Indeed, the day is an outcome of a big panoramic picture of what the Stock Exchange has done with the social. Because indeed, the Stock Exchange of Thailand, we have our own vision that we're going to be, we're going to make the capital market work for everyone. So one of the target market in the everyone is the social. That's why we initiate a kind of social impact platform. Indeed, before we initiate the event, we have a platform 2 years ago. In the platform, we include many parties that work for the social. So when we create that online platform, they just want to put them together to let them meet and synergize what they work for the social. That's why we initiate the Social Impact Day.
I see.
2017. Yes.
Okay. So how many years that this event has been done?
Yeah, it has been done for 2 years.
Okay.
Because we launched the platform last year.
Okay. Talking about the concepts of the event, so what is the event concept?
Yes, this year we used the concept partnership for goal, for the goal, because it is one of the goal of the UN SDG. SDG is derived from the sustainable development goals that the United Nations just summarized the 17 issues that in the global context that need to help together to tackle the problem together. So the last issue is the partnership for the goal, because every social issue need to be solved mutually. Need to be we need to incorporate all parties to work together to help each other and tackle the social issues.
Okay.
So the last point, the last item, the 17 item, partnership for the goal, is considered to be very important. That's why we just bring it here and then put it as our main theme for the event this year.
I see. Okay. So what are the objectives of this event?
Because for the concept of the online platform, we're trying to synergize or to integrate the private sector, the listed company, the business sector with the social sector together. So we want them to be a partner. So in the online platform, we initiated as a showcase from both parties. So when we arrange the event, we want both sides to get together and trying to know each other, and maybe they just have some business model together and to develop a kind of relationship in order to help each other to solve some social problem.
I see. Okay. So how do you launch a social platform? So it's not actually on the online platform here. So how do you launch it?
We launched it last year as a website and Facebook now. and then we register about 60 social enterprises, and it's about 61 listed company together. Then they register on the platform, and they just as a showcase of what they have done with the social, and as well as for the social enterprise side, they're gonna tell their story. They're gonna tell their aspiration, the social impact that they made, and the business model that they have. And also they're gonna on the platform they're gonna show us what they want to need help, maybe some kind of talent, kind of knowledge or funding. For another side, on the platform, we got listed company. It's going to be the showcase of what they have done to the social, what their contribution, what they do in the in-process corporate responsible kind of in their business practices as well. And then those listed company will tell us what they can share to the social, just in the form of funding, form of knowledge as well. So the platform is a meeting point. It's just like a meeting point that each other would see each other as well. So we activate the platform by doing an activity after that.
Okay.
But by the way, on that platform, we still have another important thing, because we want that platform to be a knowledge sharing venue. So we initiate a kind of training, kind of workshop, and then in there we got a lot of good article about social enterprises, about social impact, about the social issues, and then and as well as we develop a kind of another activities, not only the one-time event. We have a gym for those social enterprise that want to enhance their entrepreneurial capability. So we have a other party to help us to share the talent and professionalism to help the social enterprise to do their business, and then they can do more.
I see. Okay. So for all the participants, are they need to be only social enterprises?
No, don't need to, because some people, some company in there, maybe they are just a corporate. They're not listed company, or just the talented people that want to share and want to learn how the social enterprise works. Because when we talk about social impact, we need to elaborate what kind of impact that you created. Whereas why maybe if you are just one single person, maybe you don't need to do a business, but you may be seeking for the way that you can share to the person. Maybe the concept sustainable consumption. Maybe you just have some kind of talent that you can share or help each other. So it's become a community of the people who want to share something to the social.
Okay, so that means that social impact day is not only for companies, I would say, but only for other people as well.
Yes.
So we will focus now on the participants. So who can join the SET Social Impact Day?
Indeed, for the SET Social Impact Day, there are many angles, because in the morning we got a big seminar, and why all day, even they're going to be a kind of exhibition that the social enterprise, they just showcase their goods and services and their business model and their aspiration. And in the afternoon, we got a breakout session that we're going to have they have a one-on group seminar, a small group, for those who want to know in detail what the social enterprise done. So the people who come around participate in the event, there might be a listed company who seeking for a kind of supply chain, or the strategic partner who do social issues, or you might be an individual person that who want to have goods or services from the social enterprises. If you want to be part of a green consumption, or you want to do a kind of charity or help, or even you could be what we call angel investor. You might want to invest, or you be a partner of the social enterprise. You can come to the event as well.
Okay, so this is only a starting point for the inspirations actually for everyone, especially for those who are concerned about social, in order to create a social impact.
Yes.
But for now, it's time for a short break. We'll be right back and learn more on some example of the corporate social responsibility for contributions, for different provinces and also for different areas in Thailand, and also many more activities to come on SET's Social Impact Day. So please stay tuned and don't go away from Be My Guest. And welcome back to the program. You're watching Be My Guest with me, Sarosha Ratanapian. And in this session, we will learn more about SET's Social Impact Day 2017. And many people might be interested and want to learn more about the details, activities that are ongoing, in the event. So what are they?
In the event, we got about 600 people participate. More than 70% are representative from the listed company who are interested in the issue of sustainable development. So in the event, indeed, we are very happy to see that because it reflects that those private sector are very interested to do business in a sustainable way. So in the event, we got first of all, we got a partnership talk. We have a speaker from that cover the issues of how to be a sustainable brand, how to have a paradigm or to apply the paradigm of sustainability into their business practices, particularly to live purposeful, to be a purposeful organization. So and then we also have a sharing session. We have an example of the cooperation between the corporation and the social enterprises organization. So we pair it together and then share their experiences, their success case that when they put their talented together, they can create more sustainable business together. That's very cool. And then in the afternoon, we got a breakout session because those social enterprises that have their exhibition in the event, they need to have a chance to explain themselves because social enterprise is the passionate group of people, and then they're not a kind of foundation or association, but they do business that profitable and scalable. So they're seeking for a chance to have a strategic partner, or they want people to understand them. They want people to understand the social impact that they have done, and they're going to be another entity that try to push or trying to encourage other people to do or to come and help social as well. So we arrange a breakout session as a one-on group session. And it's a surprise, and it's very happy for us because we find out that we got about 20 breakout sessions, and it's very full of people who participate. The listed company is very interested to listen to the social enterprise, what they do and what they have done. Each room will cover each topic, just like in a forestry, agriculture, or education, or and a kind of tourism. So after the event, we try to track it, and we do some stat as well, because we find out that there are more than 1,000 deals that they negotiate, and they try to dig in, and they try to develop business model together.
Okay, so that means from the breakout session and also from the event today, there were more than 1,000 actually contracts, that are upcoming, in order to help the social, and there are all the social activities to help people actually in Thailand.
Yes, we need to follow up as well that what they're going to do after the event, because not only the one on group, because in the event we got exhibition as well, because it's a showcase of the social enterprise that they offer product and services and offer the business model for synergizing with the corporate as well.
Okay. So what are the highlights of the event?
The highlight is that the highlight of the event is that they come and match together. They break the ice and they learn each other, because the social enterprise need to learn how to do business viable, as well as the listed company or the corporate. They need to initiate, or they need to have seeking for an opportunity to synergize or to work together with the social entities for more social impact, because all of those corporates they sell good and product as well, and they're part of the social. So to be a good citizen in the society, they're just seeking for the opportunity as well. So the outcome of as our highlight is that they match together, they talk to each other, and they exchange their talent together. So last year we have only 200 deal among the participants, but this year we got 1,000. It's very, very remarkable. As well, they can sell the products, social impact products. Last year we have only 400,000 baht transaction, but this year we got more than 2 million.
So through the launch of this day set Social Impact Day, so could you give us some concrete evidences of the social impact activities?
Yes, the foremost objective that you want to see from such even is a platform or the activity is that we want to see the corporate link with the social entity or have their own business model for the social health. So one of the examples is that we got the social enterprise company called Local Alike, and Local Alike acts as they initiate a community-based tourism that help the community to create ecotourism. They teach them how to plan, how to manage tourism. But by the way, such tourism could tackle or solve the social problem about poverty, or sometimes it's about the drug trafficking in the community. So the local light just go there to the village or to that community to do a design thinking and do some kind of co-creation project with the community. So the way that we do is that we introduce local alike to the corporates who maybe they have if they are in the hotel industry and they have branches of hotel in the community, they could develop such model with the community around the hotel branches. So that's what we have done. And we're gonna see some, very, very, very cool tourism package that help the community around the hotel. And then right away, because tourists itself, particularly those foreign tourists, they want to see something genuine, something that is the local way of life. So it's win-win solution for both corporates and the community to have a sustainable community development together. That's for example. By the way, Local Life as well now help us to develop a kind of ecotourism in the Lampang province. They work with the stock exchange and together we work with the Papang Foundation. It's another foundation in the Lampang provinces to help create the community tourism as well. Where there at the Papang, we got the elderly person who help the shape up and manage, and then they help receive the tourists who come for the eco tour over there. So the win-win solution is that for the social impact, the elderly people have the career, have the revenue from participate in the project, and they can do something useful things in the community. And by the way, they are just like they are encyclopedia, they are history of all communities, so they can share their experience, their view, and it's such a warm welcome, a very happiness oriented style of tourism. Okay. So it's a win-win solution between the both for the community and the trip program for the tourism as well.
Okay, so this has been only one of the projects, that contributed to society and help underprivileged people. So in the next break, we'll learn more on maybe some other project as well that give, and contribute back to the people who might be underprivileged or maybe, the elderly people in tight societies. So please stay tuned and be my guest. And welcome back to the program. You're watching Be My Guest, and in the second break, we have learned more on different projects that have contributed, which created a social impact to Thai societies, and also to underprivileged people, to elderly, and also to many people, I would say, okay, that need some help, okay, from the set of Thailand here. So the next question will be participating organizations. So who are joining in this project in order to achieve the aim?
Indeed, it's very happy for us because we find out that for those corporates or organizations in the Thai business, they are very alert to share or to participate in the project. Indeed, we got many kind of organizations, just like we have some foundation. We have the listed companies in the stock exchange, both in the MAI, the middle size corporates and the stock exchange of Thailand, and also we participate or we join hand with the government project as well. They are a private and public and private cooperation with Corporate Charat. So now we find out that there's a lot of stakeholders in our society that trying to work together to tackle some social problem.
Okay.
Particularly, and let me share with you because this year from the FAT platform we developed one of the project we call the Social Impact YIM by MAI executives. We joined together with the MAI CEO, CFO who come to join the project and share their talent, share their professional, and do a kind of mentorship program for the social enterprises, because we find out that the corporate that want to be a social enterprise, most of them are our younger generation, and most of them are at the starting point of business. So they need to enhance the capability, the business capability. But by the way, most people, particularly those young people, they just graduate. They know the theory, they heard the story, and then because this is in digital world now, they learn from what the story in the air has teach them. But by the way, the MAI people or the executive, those executive is from the small enterprises and the medium enterprise. So they have both a positive and negative experiences. They have both pro and con, the experience from the crisis and the growth story. So they can share and they can coach those social enterprises, corporates, to how to tackle, how to prepare themselves, how to have a good business and make the business profitable, viable, and then scalable at the end. So it's a very excited project, and it's very hardcore participation from both sides, because the big corporate could study or to learn from the small social enterprise that how they have a kind of social innovation, have their own aspiration to making new thing, to have a new paradigm to do business. And whereas the social enterprises group, they can learn how to do business wisely from those MAI people. Okay. So that's another initiative that the participation of the corporate or the private sector is really clear, and they just dedicate their talent, their time. That's very, very impressive for us all, that they can do many changes. Particularly, we can see a big change in some social enterprises that they can make more impact, and they can strengthen their business.
Okay. And apart from cooperation, okay, between companies, okay, and also maybe governmental agencies, so what and how this project, help the underprivileged people?
Yes, there are another example that the social enterprise that do the impact for the underprivileged person. We call it's called Hatis. Hatis is a small enterprise that trying to help the autistic patient by the way of therapeutic weaving. So the products that they get is they get the very beautiful textile, and then they add value by add more design and create a kind of a handbag, lady handbag. But by the way, we call it therapeutic weaving because the autistic patient get better from those weaving activities.
Okay. This has been one of the mastermind, I would say, and the milestone as well. Okay, that comes from a set impact social day. Okay, so last but not least, any final note for our viewers of Be My Guest?
What we expect most from what we have done because is that we nowadays we want to see more impact practices happened in the social because if we nowadays we most of us talking about the way that we do business in another context of inclusiveness, that we need to think not only on the business side but think about other stakeholder that at the far end of the stakeholder, not just an immediate stakeholder. So what we expect and what we for our objective, we want to see that more social impact has been done, or become a mainstream paradigm for doing business nowadays. So we expect that there are going to be more participants who perform a kind of social sharing and dedicate more social talent to the society or share their funding.
Okay. So you are looking forward, to seeing more impacts coming from set activities here.
Yes.
And however, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you very much for your time today. ขอบพระคุณค่ะ Various activities will be undergone in the event, no matter its partnership talk, a social impact showcase, partnership sharing, and partners for partnership. If you are interested in joining the future events, please feel free to log into worldwideweb.setsocialimpact.com. And that's all the time we have for Be My Guest this week. Thank you very much for watching us and tuning in. For more information, you can log into thainews.prd.go.th/en. And I'm Sarosha Ratanapian. สวัสดีค่ะ